Taking that point lead, ready to do it all day, had the second best car.
Yeah, great call by Paul Wolf and Brad to get Brad Keselowski up there, get a solid sixth place finish out of that. Stay right there with Jimmie Johnson.
Denny and Tony right there as well as we head on to Dover next week. Let's hear from some of the top finishers in the race and some of those closest to the top of the chase. Here's Vince.
Well, in the Chase Championship, when every point matters, taking two tires there got you a handful of spots at the end. And that might make a difference when it comes to deciding this championship. What kind of day did you have?
I just had a decent day, not an awesome day or even a bad day, just a decent day where the Millwright team kept digging and made something happen there at the end. I think we had some great long run speed, not quite the short run speed we needed to keep pace, but 11 car was just phenomenal today, and they did a great job. So hats off to Denny and his gang, but a solid effort, sixth place. Man, if you could do that every week, that'd be pretty good. So I'm proud of my team, and we'll go get them next week at Dover.
Did you have some concern when Paul called for that two-tire stop? Almost everyone else took four.
No, it's Paul Wolf, man. I trust him.
Thanks, Brad.
Well, Jimmie Johnson told me in pre-race that the target was Denny Hamlin. He was in front of you. You raced your way all the way up to him, but where do you feel like he was better than you guys today?
It was hard to tell. He had a lot of speed in his car and seemed to be able to go when he needed to and wanted to. It was just a great job on their behalf. We were the next best car, finished second, had passed a lot of cars ourselves today. We knew based on the spring race that those guys were going to be real tough here today, and they certainly will. So we've got some really good ones coming up for this 48 team starting next weekend. I'm really excited about things. I think probably left about 7 points on the table, with 2 win points, extra points for that, and beating the most this week. So to be 2 races in, and that's all that I feel we've left behind is it's pretty darn good. So I'm real happy.
Well, you did what you needed to do. You're 1 point in the lead right now, leading the points over Brad Keselowski, and I see a little smile on your face because we're going to Dover next week. Is this exactly where you wanted to be?
Yeah, it is. I mean, this track here, we have a few wins, but kind of average like a top 10. So to beat our average here is very important and very helpful in the chase. Then we got to go to Dover next weekend, a place I love, and hopefully have a good smart day and the finish we hope we'll have.
Consistency is key, and Jimmie Johnson had it once again.
Speaking of a driver looking forward to going to Dover next week, Matt Kenseth runs very well here. How would you describe Matt, a 14th for you here in New Hampshire?
Well, I mean, it was an uphill battle, but I thought my Zest team did a good job. We had good pit stops. Our strategy was fine. We had about a 10th place car at best on a real long run. And just with that short run at the end of that late caution, that was just the best I could do with it.
All right, that's Matt Kenseth. Checking in with Clint Boyer, finished 4th today, and anytime you can put a top 5 together in a chase, you'd be fairly pleased with it.
Yeah, I was hoping to capitalize a little bit more at this racetrack. It's been good to me over the years. This is one of my best racetracks. So, not what I wanted, but certainly what we needed. A solid race, 4th place finish, top 5. That keeps us in the hunt, and we'll go on to Dover.
Did you feel like you were missing today?
Yes, we were down on rear grip from the time we unloaded. I was just a little bit too loose in and loose off. I couldn't quite get in the corner and pull on the wheel and get it across the center, and then I couldn't put the throttle down up off quite as good as I needed to. Fought, dug hard. Proud of the guys for all their efforts. Just couldn't quite get it where it needed to be.
Thanks, Clint. 4th place today for Clint Boyer.
Vince, thanks. We've heard mention of Dover, Matt Kenseth, Jimmie Johnson. Looking forward to the Monster Mile next Sunday, as are we, and hope you can join us at the track. Dover, Talladega, the big wild card, Charlotte, and more upcoming in the chase for the NASCAR Sprint Cup. NASCAR.com/tickets if you'd like to join us at the racetrack, and of course all of those telecasts upcoming on the ESPN family of networks. So Denny Hamlin dominated from deep in the pack where the starting group was concerned today. Final thoughts on what you saw?
Yeah, domination. But I also saw Jimmie Johnson and his race team do an excellent job there today to make sure that they're keeping themselves right there. 2 second-place finishes is not a bad way to start the chase.
No, it's a great way. And as a matter of fact, I picked him as my favorite to win the championship, and the 2 contenders in my book were the 11 and the 2. Nothing happened today to change my mind on that. I saw the 2 car do a great job of executing, and man, the 11 car so dominant.
And I saw all the drivers in the chase finish toward the front of the pack, which is what you're supposed to do. First ever race in the chase where a chaser didn't finish outside the top 20. They all kept it at least fairly close. Casey Kane had a good run today, Jamie. Top 5.
Heck of a day for the Hendrick Motorsports guys, and you're sitting here having a debrief with Jeff and Jimmie. What did you take away from today and how your chase is shaping up?
We had another consistent day. Our Farmers Insurance Chevrolet was fast, not as fast as a few of those guys, but it was good. I just thought I couldn't get a car to turn when it would load. I think it was just on the splitter a little too hard and shatter the front. So we just need to work on that, but we couldn't fix it during the race, so we had what we had, and the team did a really nice job on pit road with stops and things to keep us towards the front. You know, we've been pretty consistent so far. So the first two is good for the chase, and hopefully we can keep it going and get a little faster if we want to catch those other guys. It would, you know, that'd be pretty cool. Denny was great today.
All right, consistency once again. Casey Kane, 5th in points, Alan.
Jamie, thanks, and a reminder that Sports Center comes up next with more coverage from here in New Hampshire. And tonight, it's the final eliminations of the AAA Texas NHRA Fall Nationals at 8:30 Eastern on ESPN2. And next weekend, onto the Monster Mile in Dover for the NASCAR Nationwide Series. Saturday at 3 Eastern ESPN, and Sunday, Race 3 in the Chase. Presented by GoDaddy.com, ESPN next Sunday at 1 Eastern Time. Well, Doc mentioned in Victory Lane the 100th victory in the NASCAR Sprint Cup Series for Joe Gibbs Racing. Win number 1 came on a magical day in the Daytona 500. Dale Jarrett behind the wheel of that car.
Pretty special day there to win the Daytona 500. Bring Joe Gibbs his first victory in NASCAR.
Of course, Mom Martha watching and Daddy Ned calling the race for CBS up in the broadcast booth. Certainly one of the more memorable days for a lot of longtime fans of the sport. Win number 100 comes on a statement day for Denny Hamlin and his group within Joe Gibbs Racing. If they were to get sidetracked by anything, last Sunday and Friday might have happened, but not so. They kept it together, and not only that, they got Coach Gibbs his 100th trophy, Doc.
And Coach, we were just showing the very first victory at Daytona with some guy named Dale Jarrett, and now today, 100th victory. Congratulations. What does this mean to you and this team?
Well, I just want to say thanks to everybody back home. It's an absolute thrill to be here. FedEx, but we got to thank Home Depot, Dollar General, Mars, and M&M's, all of our sponsors. Just really appreciate that for us to be able to get 100. Appreciate everybody back home, motor room, all the way across the shop, technical guys, fab shop, everybody. Thanks. It's just a big deal to know that we were, as a group, it took all of us to be able to get to this point, so I'm thrilled with it.
The commercial says that a young man told you when he was 10 years old, if you would hire him, he would win you a NASCAR championship. That young man was Denny Hamlin. Today, one step closer.
I told everybody, he didn't tell me I was going to have to pay him $1 million to drive for me when he was 10. I'm thrilled to have Denny driving for us. It was a great, I walked out and he was standing there, and thank goodness they took a picture. It was great. And Denny, I appreciate his family, everybody. It's a great story for him. Really, JD deserves the credit. He spotted him driving late models. They said, come on down and get in the test. He got in the test. He was first. Put him in a truck. He wound up 11th, very first race. Put him in a nationwide car. He wound up 9th. And JD goes, I think we ought to sign this guy. And I go, good idea.
And the rest, they say, is history. Let's check in where Jamie Little's caught up with Jeff Gordon.
Well, Jeff Gordon took a look at those points. He's 45 points back in 12th, but you're still optimistic.
Well, we gained a lot on a lot of guys, you know, and, you know, it's going to be tough to gain on guys like the 48 and the 2, and certainly today nobody was going to gain on that 11, but it's still a really great effort, top 3, you know. Hey, what happened in Chicago would have back-to-back top 5s, I think, but still a great effort by the Drive-In Hunger Chevrolet team. You know, I thought the pit stops are great. I mean, all the way around, a great effort this weekend. Great calls in the pits, adjustments as well. That was the best the car been all day long, was right there at the end, and that's all you can ask for. We didn't have a car that could win. I thought we were about a 3rd, maybe 5th place car. We come home 3rd. That's pretty good.
It was fun watching the points. I know you're just racing, but when you passed Keselowski, you watched the points of Jimmie Johnson. All of a sudden, he was tied, and now he's leading the points. So I think he deserves, or you deserve, to go out to dinner. What do you think?
Well, if that happens in Homestead, I think he might buy dinner. But it's so early right now. You know, everybody's just racing for position, racing for wins, and you know, the points are kind of fall where they fall. But you know, I thought the 48 Jimmie did a great job today to come from deep in the field. And, you know, his car, I know the setup, and he drove the heck out of it and drove up through there. And, you know, I thought that was a great effort. That's the kind of effort that wins championships. So we'll see where that takes them.
Great rebound for you guys as well.
When you win the race at New Hampshire Motor Speedway, you get a 22-pound trophy. Wow. This one, though, you can eat. Final thoughts, guys, as we head to Dover next week. We know Johnson and Kenseth are good there. Hamlin and Tony Stewart tend to struggle.
Well, they might struggle a little bit, but this guy's got a lot of momentum on his side, Nicole. I was blown away how he dominated the race today. He told everybody he was going to win the race, and he went out and done it. And last night he scared all the competition because they were freaked out he was going to win, and he did.
We'll see you next weekend from Dover. Coming up next with more coverage from New Hampshire Motor Speedway. It is Sports Center. Congrats once again to the guy who called his win last week, Denny Hamlin.
Tough guys. It's a bit of a cliche. They say they're going to run over you and rattle your cage. Now tough guys means doing 190 in ungodly heat.
Denny Hamlin has been the man today.
It's no longer just about here. It's about here.
The second chase race in 2012 goes to Denny Hamlin in New Hampshire.
This Sports Center telecast is brought to you